I'm back here with your English literature. So we were doing the chapter Gulliver's Travels. I have explained you the chapter in two videos before, that how Gulliver was trapped in an island where giants used to live. He got down from his ship to get to find water, drinking water, and then he was venturing here and there to see is anything there in the island or not. He couldn't find a single inhabitant. There were no people, no water. The island was full rocky and dry. And when he was supposed to get back to the ship, he saw that a giant was running behind the crew members who got down from the ship with Gulliver, and the crew members escaped from the island, leaving Gulliver behind in the island. And then Gulliver was trying to hide in a cornfield which was 40 feet long, and suddenly one giant with all along his friends came to reap the field. And then Gulliver started shouting so that he is not killed, and then that giant took Gulliver up between his thumb and forefinger, index finger, and was watching what the creature is and from where it came. So in the last page, this is the last page of the chapter 73. Open it in your English literature textbook, page number 73. He called his friends and gently placed me on the ground. They all sat on the ground to take a good look at me. And I think you remember that Gulliver told when the giant took him up, he was 60 feet above the ground. So you can imagine at what height the giant was, and it was so big. And so after the giant placed him on the ground and called all his friends over to see actually what is a creature. That means what Gulliver is. I walked slowly backward and forward, pulled off my hat and made a low bow towards the farmers. So then Gulliver was doing what? He was walking front and back, taking off his hat, giving a bow like this to the farmers. I tried to speak to them loudly in several languages. Each time I did so, the farmer who picked me up held his ear very close to me, but in vain. The farmer took me to his house and placed me at some distance on the dining table, which was 30 feet high from the floor. So then Gulliver thought that maybe he can talk and he can communicate with them and can understand. He tried to talk in many languages, showing sign languages, shouting at his means a high pitch, but then also there was nothing. No, they picked me up and yes, very close to me, but in vain, means it's all useless. The farmer couldn't hear him, so they were putting him towards their ear so that they can listen, but they can't understand the language. So what they did, they took Gulliver to their home. One of the farmer placed him on the dining table, and how much height the dining table was? 30 feet long. Gulliver was sitting there. Dinner was brought for the farmer in a dish which was 10 feet in diameter. So there Gulliver saw on the dining table, it was dinner. It was 10 feet long, a food which the giant was supposed to eat. The farmer's wife crumbled some bread and placed it before me. In the middle of the dinner, I heard a noise behind me. It was the purring of a cat that was 10 times larger than an ox. So suddenly what happened? Gulliver was also given some food to eat. What type of food? Some crumbles of breads. And when Gulliver was having that bread's pieces, then he heard some noise. What noise? Noise of a cat. And when he looked at the cat, he was so shocked that the cat was bigger than the ox also. Means what type of ox you have seen in that island, in those giant islands, the cat was bigger than an ox. The farmer's wife was choking him. He was patting the cat. Obviously, if you have a pet dog or a cat at your place, you will obviously do that. Then entered the farmer's 1-year-old son in the arms of a lady. On seeing me, the child grabbed me from the table and put my head into his mouth. Now, obviously, the adult giant is 60 feet long. The dining table is 30 feet long. The cat is bigger than an ox. So the child of the farmer who came inside in the dining room, a lady was bringing the child on her lap, and the child just saw Gulliver, and maybe the child thought it's a type of a toy or something. The child just grabbed Gulliver and put the mouth inside his head inside his mouth. I shouted so loudly that the baby dropped me. Now Gulliver is obviously frightened that this person will eat me up, so he shouted so loudly that the baby frightened and dropped him. I would have broken my neck if the mother had not held her apron under me. Later she put me on her bed and covered me with a clean white handkerchief. So Gulliver is so small in front of them that when the baby threw Gulliver, then the mother giant, actually the farmer's wife, that held the apron under, and Gulliver fell onto the apron so that he didn't fall on the ground. If he was supposed to fall on the ground, he would have broken his neck or head or leg. Then what happened? They took him to the bed and made him lie down there and covered him with a handkerchief as a blanket. Handkerchief as a blanket. I slept dreaming of my home, my wife and my children. And Gulliver was sleeping there dreaming of his children, wife and home. So till here is the story. I'll request you to go through, read it, and I hope you have enjoyed it. Okay, next we'll come up with the classwork video. And go through it thoroughly, read all the spellings and all the words which you find difficult. Okay, and if you find this interesting, you can read the actual book written by Jonathan Swift. Thank you children, take care, bye bye.